G'day guys, how are you all? Hope you're all doing well. Pick us for locks, and you know what, don't forget to even hashtag it, keep it bloody legal. And for those of you that are wondering, as you can probably see, possibly broken knuckle or two. But, you know, she hurts when you do that. I can do that now. But it's all good, don't worry about it. So, I have been playing around, not only have I been playing around with the 3D printer and the laser engraver, trying to get all the settings right and mucking around with it, and I actually got the 3D printer going at the moment, which we'll go and have a look at in a minute. But I've been trying to dial it in, get all my settings right, so I've had a few stuff-ups along the way, which is, you know, understandable with new stuff. But also bought some new toys, which I thought might come in handy for people, you know, with locks and stuff like that. So I ended up going into ALDI, and they've got some tools on sale at the moment, like the hex key tools, a 9-piece set. I think they're like $7, $8, something like that for these tools at the moment. They had these spanners, pliers, a heap of tools on sale. These always come in handy. I also got some scissors like the ones I'm using here. But these always come in handy, and I always lose Allen keys. It's nice to have them all in a set like this. You know, that you can actually, or with them on camera, you know, keep in your hand. You're not going to lose keys everywhere. So these are going to go down in my toolbox, my toolkit down there. The other thing I bought is some screwdrivers. Now I've got heaps of bloody screwdrivers, but these are electrician screwdrivers. So let's just cut this open. They are insulated. They go up to like 1,000 volts. Protects you from. But the reason why I got these was Jason at SE Lock and Key just did a video not long ago on a screwdriver that was designed just for using on locks, piece and stuff like that. And I was looking at it, you know, they got insulation and stuff like that. Not so you don't scratch up the knobs and everything when you're doing them. But you know, electricians screwdrivers have the same thing. They've got a protective, get on blade camera, James. Protective coating over here, insulated. And these are actually, I think I paid $13. I think it was something like that. I don't have the receipt to. But you know, it wasn't all that expensive. You know, for a set of electricians screwdrivers, and that way, you know, you can do work on your locks. You'll put your knobs in and stuff like that without actually scratching them, because you got that nice little protective cover on there. So I thought I'd just share it with you. And of course, a little circuit tester. But anyway, I thought I'd share it with you and let you have a look and tell you about it. So if you haven't already, go in there and get your hands on some tools like this. So another awesome set, and the screwdrivers always come in bloody handy. Other thing I bought, no, this wasn't from ALDI, but it's definitely going to come in handy, because I already used another one, is a little multi-tool, battery-powered rotary tool and all the accessories. It's actually cheaper. I went in to buy some more cutting discs and grinding discs and stuff like that for my big Dremel, which is hanging up. Come on, move camera. Hanging up, you can kind of just see it over there where my key cutting setup is. So my big Dremel is hanging up there, but I wanted one that I could actually take with me, that's portable. If I have to, you know, do some work outside anywhere, I can take this. So another piece of kit that's quite handy, and I paid like $60 for it. I think I paid $50 for this, and the kit I was looking at with just these pieces was like $60 odd. So it was cheaper to buy a whole new bloody thing. Who knows where they get their pricings from? But other thing I've been buying, so I've got literally tools everywhere at the moment, because tools do come in handy, especially with the let me zip this up. You know, laser engraver and the 3D printer. So that's enough gas bagging about tools. Let's quickly zip this up. puts him out of the way. And let's have a look at some of this 3D stuff that I've been working on, and you know how I've been having some trouble with it. So some prints have done really, really well. Other prints didn't come out all that well. So you know, I've printed out the very first thing, which was a little cube. I think that's in the bedroom. Let me pause this. I'll go grab it. Alright, so I printed out the very first thing that was actually just on the 3D printer itself, which is this tiny little 20mm cube, which came out quite nice. Then I decided to go on and try some other stuff with the filament that come with the machine, because I only gave you a tiny little bit to test run. So the next thing after I printed that is I printed out some lock picks. I just found these on Thingiverse, so I decided to print them out just to see how it would turn out. It actually didn't come out, you know, too bad, to be honest with you. I have tried them and they don't work. So, you know, it actually hasn't come out too bad. They can fit in the locks. The only thing is they're quite flexible, very flexible. So, you know, by the time you try and push on the pins and everything, it just doesn't. Yeah, I mean, picks weren't designed to be 3D printed. Handles were, but not actual picks themselves. And it is quite soft. I mean, I actually bent that and snapped it. The, trying to get on camera here, the tensioner, you know, that come with it. It's just, yeah, it's not designed for that, but I thought it was cool anyway, to 3D print some lockpicks to see how they turn out. So yes, I will not be selling them, don't worry. I just thought they're cool. I might stick them up somewhere. And then I decided to try and print out one of the skull pinning trays. And it didn't come out too bad, except I noticed I mustn't have had the bed level. And this is the biggest print I did so far. I mustn't have had the bed level. And this isn't a review of the printer. I'll do that at a later stage. Like the laser engraver, I just thought I'd give you an update on what's going on. Mustn't have had it level properly, and it had a bit of trouble. Like one side's a little bit thicker than the other side by quite a bit. Some of it didn't stick quite well to the bed, and it's a bit of a rough finish in a few spots. But other than that, I mean, the insides here is just smooth as anything. The transitions around the eyes, the walls, the nose, and even in here is just smooth as anything. It's just, yeah, the roughness I don't really like, and because it's lopsided, I can't really go selling that. This was a translucent one that kind of came with the printer, so you can kind of see. I mean, around the eyes and the eyes there is just smooth as it's just that rough surface on, like, along here, and where it didn't quite stick properly down here and it lifted. But you know, so I ended up going. I then got some other PLA in, and I printed a little handcuff key. This is a small one. Sorry, I'm off by the camera again. Just a little small handcuff key to see how that would turn out. It's not too bad. I did stick it to a raft. I won't go doing that anymore. And same as this one, I printed this little miniature itty bitty pinning tray, which actually took a couple of hours to print, and I printed it on a raft. That's why it took so long. And the raft stuck to it. It was impossible to get off. So, and I mean, again, I mustn't have my settings right. It's all trial and error at the moment. Like the top of it's smooth. In here is actually not too bad. It's just the sides and the bottom here is quite rubbish. So then I decided to print a bigger one, and I did a different lot of settings. I tried to make it a little bit quicker, because these prints, like the skull one, takes an hour, 3 hours and 48 minutes to print the skull tray that size. So I bumped up the print layers to make it print faster, and it come out terrible on this printer for some reason. Like it's over extruding or under extruding, and it's just rough as guts, and transitions are horrid. You can kind of see like a little bit of, I mean, this side's beautiful, perfect on the bottom just here, But again, you got that over extruding where the plastic's sticking out too far on the edges, and just rough. I mean, I'll use it myself, but you know, I can't sell something like that because it's just rough as guts and doesn't look right. So that I'm going to be working on and printing another one back with the original settings. Because again, you know, I thought maybe it's that PLA. I tried doing a couple of sheets just to see, and again, get the same roughness. I mean, some spots are really nice, and other spots you just get it's just this rough, coarse, you know, like fluffy looking crap. All downside of printing and seeing how it goes. That's something else. But these will be going up on the website because these print really bloody well. In both the grey or the silver and the purple. And I've got more filaments on the way. I'm waiting on black to arrive today. I am waiting on... Oh, I just knocked the camera. Red and a few other... Oh, and a silk one. But the purple and silver repinning followers actually turn out really bloody nice. Really nice. Now this one I actually used a raft, but then I realised I don't have to use a raft now for printing them. And just the finish, you can see she is nice and bloody smooth. So I'm quite impressed with these. So these are repinning followers. So you get that little V cut so that you can stick your pin in there, sit your pin up against it over the right chamber, and then just use your tweezers to push it down. It's going to be quite hard. Let me grab a pin here. So as you can see, a pin sits in there quite nicely, and then once you get it over the right cylinder, you know, it's sitting there, and then you can just push it down using your tweezers. It holds the pin upright, makes repinning a lot easier. So I will be selling these up on the website. These take an hour and a half each to print, but they come out really bloody nice. So they're going to be in a couple of different colours. Now, because I only got one printer, I can't really print to order, so I'm going to print up as many as I can and have some stock, so if you want them, you can order them. Hopefully these and pinning trays, I'm working on a skull pinning tray at the moment, which is being printed. Some like this, hopefully about this size. I mean, my printer's too small, so I can't do anything that size. But small pinning trays I can do. They just take literally, like, one of these will take about 6 hours to print for that super smooth, super nice finish. But that's on the go. I'll squeeze around in a minute and show you the skull tray that's printing. Hopefully it turns out alright. We'll just have to wait and see. But whilst playing around with that, and that's going, I've been playing around with that laser engraver as well. So I've decided to, first test run, decided to engrave this little logo looking thingy into a piece of wooden tile that come with it. See how it goes, and it works really well. Now I'm just adjusting and playing around with the settings. I tried printing out a photo. It didn't come out too bad. It looked a lot better before I accidentally smudged all the burnt paper off. So once I do these, they will have to be like clear coated. I can actually engrave my logo. You can see it doesn't come out too bad. That's at 100%. Like, that laser burns down a good millimetre or half mil deep. A millimetre to half mil, depending on, you know, what you're using. That's at 100% with that laser. I mean, it really does engrave. And some things work better than others. Like, I set this to 100%, and as you can see, I was testing to see if I'm going to engrave little wooden boxes. It just destroyed it. It really did. It just ate and set the wood on fire as it was engraving. So that didn't really work. I was testing it around, trying to get some writing on these little bricks and pictures. It's all testing different strengths of the laser at the moment. One I am really impressed with, how it come out and how well it actually looks, is this little one I was thinking about putting on with products and stuff. I mean, you can tell it's quite small writing, and it just come out so well, and even the little circles around the picks with the pins, I mean, it come out absolutely fantastic. So I really am quite impressed and quite happy the way that you know, that laser engraver is working, and I'll be able to get some more products organised and made to go up on the website. So, you know, these will be going up on there for sale. The followers, I haven't worked out a price just yet. We'll see if I can get some stock made up first in a couple of different colours. Pinning trays will go up on there once I have the settings right and once I'm able to print trays that are much higher quality than this. I'll use this, but you know, I can't sell that. It's just, to me, not right. I cannot do it. I want to give out high quality products, not junk. Same as that, so I'll have to, you know, play around with the settings and fix it all up. And hopefully this one will turn out alright. So let's quickly, I'll just cut the camera and we'll have a quick look. Alright, so as you can see, I've got skull printing at the moment. Try and hold this in the right spot. And I can just see a little bit of roughness coming up. Seems to be on this bed only in the one spot. Yeah, that slight little rough textured look. And it's always just in one spot on this bed, so it might actually be the bed. But I did order another nozzle as well anyway, extruder. But as you can see, for that little tray, 3 hours and 48 minutes are left for a tray that big. So it does take a while, because I use the thinnest settings with, I use high quality, which, you know, is slower, and it prints at 0.12 millimeters per layer, so quite thin layers extruded to give you that really nice finish on it. So we'll see how this one goes, and let's see if I can start getting these done to go up on the website. But the folders will be up bloody soon. As you can see, I have a makeshift holder because I'm waiting on my spool holder to arrive, plus some more filaments. We've got the silver going at the moment, I've got purple down there, and I've got some red and black and stuff on the way. So I think I may have ordered gold as well. I've been buying a fair bit of filament. So anyway, as always follow the codes, keep Locksport legal. If you like what you see, please give a thumbs up, really do bloody appreciate it. My office, as you can see, is a bloody mess with stuff everywhere. Go and check out ALDI with their tools at the moment. Yeah, that's a rotary set that I bought. And until next time, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and until next time.